Hola y bienvenidos a la otra edición de FNA. Se lo llamas noticias. Hello, and welcome to another edition of FNA. You call this news. This is Kristen Beebe, and since I'm away from the States, I'll be broadcasting tonight's news from Tijuana, Mexico. The first piece of news I have for you tonight is about a man from South Carolina who got a little bit carried away with his video game addiction. After bragging about his high scores in the video game Frogger, he tried to imitate the daring virtual reptile by running into 4 lanes of moving traffic. Unfortunately, his skills in real life do not correlate to his scores in the actual video game, and he was hit by a moving car. Luckily, none of the injuries he received were life-threatening, although the same can't be said for the actual Frogger. In other news, the new Xbox Kinect system, where you are your own controller, has claimed its first television victim. We've all heard the stories of people hitting the television with a Wii controller, but who'd have thought a system without a controller could be dangerous? Well, human stupidity makes anything possible. Phil from Arizona, while trying to spike a virtual volleyball, missed and hit his ceiling fan instead. The brand new LCD TV was no match for the flying ceiling fan, and now it must rest in peace. Next, we have 2 gigantic stories about people too tall for their own good. First, we have a 6'7" man who was forced to stand for the entirety of his 2.5-hour flight from Chicago to Florida because the seats were too small for him. He was squished into the fetal position for the first minutes and last minutes of the flight for the takeoff and the landing, but for the rest of it, he chose to stand. At least he wasn't as tall as the next man we have in the news, Jesus. That's right. A priest in Poland decided to spend nearly $1.5 million to get his name down in the books as the man who built the tallest Jesus in the world. At 167 feet, this Jesus beats the next tallest Jesus by over 40 feet. Jesus loves everyone in the world, but this is especially clear if you visit Poland. Well, that's all we have for you tonight in this edition of FNA You Call This News. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Friday Night Alive, and I'll be here in Tijuana, Mexico.